Hi everyone, I just thought I would share with you today a formula that my husband likes to use in his neti pot using essential oils. He has a lot of issues with, the seasonal things that go on. And so he finds that this blend works really well for him, and it's such an easy thing to do. And using a neti pot, I know sounds scary for a lot of people, but honestly, after you do it the first time, the fear goes away. It's really easy to do. And so I go to my Modern Essentials book. It doesn't really matter which version you have. I think it's pretty much the same in all of them. But if you look up the sinuses in the book, it shows some recommended oils to help. And so what I do is I don't like trying to pick and choose which ones he might like today. So I make this because what helps today might be great, but tomorrow he might need something else. So I mix kind of a generic version, and I literally just use every oil that's listed that I own. If I don't have it that day, that's okay, because I got it covered. I've got everything in there. And so what I do is I put 2 drops of each in a small bottle, and then I start adding salt and shaking and adding salt and shaking. That's really all there is to it. Then when it's all done, it sits overnight or for a few hours. He shakes it each time before he uses it, adds an appropriate amount to his neti pot, and uses it in the shower. He loves it. So here's what we're going to do. The oils that it recommends are helichrysum, eucalyptus, breathe, peppermint, on guard, cedarwood, rosemary, digestion, melaleuca, white fir, and ginger. Now, we don't have white fir anymore, but some of you may have it at home. If you don't have white fir, you can use Siberian fir instead. To that, I also add frankincense, and I'll probably slaughter how you say this, but the copaiba. So literally, I'm just going to go through, and for each of the ones that I have, I'm going to put in 2 drops. Now this was the frankincense. I like to make sure frankincense really is used by the drop because it's a little bit more expensive. And so I purchased the eyedroppers that fit on the bottles. It's fantastic. You can use it for any of the bottles, but I like this one. So that was the frankincense. This is the helichrysum. This one is the respiratory blend. Oh, that was 3 drops. He must have needed that one. This is the copaiba. Here's rosemary. Eucalyptus. Cedarwood. There we go. Peppermint. Now it wouldn't hurt to add lavender and lemon to this as well, because the trio, the lavender, lemon, and peppermint, is what is in the Tri-Ease capsules that we have, and so that is also fantastic for helping with that. This is the On Guard. This one is ginger. I have the white fir, so I'm going to be using the white fir in here. Okay, so that's it for the oils. You can see that's about how much 2 drops of each of those is. I just give it a little swirl. And I know that 2 drops each works for this size bottle. If you're using a smaller bottle, you might want to go 1 drop each. If you're using a larger bottle, you might want to do 3. But I generally only mix this much at a time. It's going to last a really long time, so you don't need to do more than this at a time. He likes the fine sea salt, so that's what I've got. Just pouring it in. And I'm going to put on my cover. Notice I did not fill it because I want to get that oil kind of soaked in, and I want to be able to disperse it through the whole bottle. So by adding a little bit at a time and shaking it all up, then it just kind of keeps getting dispersed throughout the whole bottle, and then when it sits overnight, it'll help disperse automatically. Now I do recommend that you shake it every time you use it, just in case anything has settled. But it really isn't going to go bad. It's just salt and oils. So as long as you keep your bottle sealed shut, everything should stay nice and sanitary. You do want to use a clean measuring spoon each time you measure it out so that you don't contaminate it with anything. And you do want to make sure that you clean your neti pot every time that you use it so that you don't contaminate anything. Really hard, right, guys? I think you guys can handle this. And so this is a great way to kind of help with some of those seasonal influences that you have that are caused by, you know, the plants in your landscape around you. So this is also a great way to rule out other things. If this helps, you can rule out other things. That's all there is to it. This is going to go sit in the bathroom next to the neti pot, and I'm going to put my oils away. See you soon.